Hi there, Simon Well, Chief Kerfuffler here. Hope you're well. Just wanted to share a few ideas and indeed innovations that we've put on the website, on the platform for you. Obviously, a lot of suppliers telling us, indeed a lot of agents telling us that it's a bit of an uncertain market out there. Leads are down, churns up. It's this uncertainty that seems to be causing a bit of a problem, a bit of stickiness. So we're obviously always trying to help fight your corner in there, and I think we've got a few things that will certainly help on that. So let me take you through them to start off with here. The first one, this is going to be the dirty dozen, by the way. Obviously, my need to be childish. 12, hopefully, things you'll find useful. Most of them, I think, are included to K-listers and subscribers, but if you get in touch with us, we'll let you know which ones are free and which ones we're trying to monetize, as they say. Okay, so this is the first one here. Is for those people who have been experiencing flakiness in terms of appointments. I think one of the things we're all aware of is dead easy these days with things like Calendly to book appointments, but it's even easier for agents in particular to obviously cancel those. And what we do see with a lot of our partners is that, you know, the day before, or even more unfortunately, just a few seconds before your meeting, you see the old either cancellation or it's got postponed, and that's probably simply because, as we all know, if they have the opportunity of rushing out to see an appraisal or sitting down with a supplier, they're going to take the easy option, aren't they? So we've been trying to think about that. How can we still make this a bit more slick? You know, responding to emails still takes them ages. So we have now embedded into the platform the ability to book demos as well. So if I click on here, we're just on a platform here. As long as you've got a tool that's got a URL in it, like Calendly, simply send it over to here. You can see, obviously, with Ackerboom, they've got it, and you'll be able to see what you've got on. Clearly, Susanna has got a lot in her diary. Obviously, Weatherspoons is open, so nothing doing there. But July, hopefully, you'd be able to see something. So that's the first thing. Secondly, it's really just to implore you guys to make more out of video reviews. We have had on the platform, we were really proud actually to have on the platform the ability to have video-based reviews for some time now, and some of you have really tapped into that, and those are absolutely great catnip. We know they're the most engaged things we have on the site. You can share them as well, so it's very easy to share those out to prospective clients. And as you can see, we've got the text-based ones. People obviously all know about those. But here in that video review section, nice, simple sound bites. And I think they're really good. And you can literally share them, as you can see here, on any social. And we'd encourage you to get you and your marketing teams just sharing that wherever you can do that. As I said, it couldn't be any easier. If you did want to do it, you click leave a review on there. As usual, I've just gone into it. But let me just go into somebody else. Here we go. Sorry, that was just telling me you can only vote every 6 months, which is obviously how it should be. And let's just say we wanted to leave a review. You've got the option, obviously, to really quickly leave a text review here, but as a video review as well, that's how simple it is. They would simply put a star rating, and it would use the camera either on their laptop or on their mobile device, and they can add that up onto the platform in seconds. Now, you can send a unique URL as well out to your clients, and if you haven't got that yet, drop us a line and we'll give you that, and you can build that into all your marketing. So that's the first thing. Okay, so what else is there? Just on that point, I suppose, actually, there is anchors. So we've tried to add, yes, I said anchors. The first thing we've just done is try to, every one of the sections you have on your landing page now has the ability to be uniquely linked to. So what we've got here is, if I wanted to, for example, send a link through to those video reviews, simply cut and paste on there and go back to my page here, send that out, and as you'll see, when that loads up here, it will actually load it in the predefined place. So whether you're trying to show to people, obviously, just the video reviews, or whether you're showing some of the webinars you might have done on the platform, all the way down to things like the integrations you would currently have, keep these updated, and then you and your marketing and sales teams can keep these updated very simply out there. So that's the third thing. You can see I'm whipping through these. I'm not waffling. That's not true, is it? So the other thing that we can do is we're really conscious you're always being asked for reviews. And in a B2B world, the numbers of reviews, of course, by definition, are never going to be as punchy as they are in consumer world. You know, we're not getting as many, let's be honest, as the TripAdvisor and things like that. But what we have found is that actually we're doing a really, really good job in getting lots more reviews than most suppliers are getting on their, even on their Facebook and Google pages. Now, we're not stupid enough, of course. We know that you're obviously the value of having those Goliaths, obviously having reviews on there as well, not least for SEO purposes. So what we've done is we've been quite cute and we've put a nice little feature into the software so that now at the end of the process, you can actually prompt your reviewer to share that either on Facebook or on Google, or in the best of both worlds, on them both. And hopefully in this way we're going to be able to encourage those guys to deliver more reviews to you without you having had to do anything more. So we're quite pleased with that. Hopefully that will be a big benefit. And that leads me on to the next thing as well. So the organic reviews in terms of there, especially on Google, this one's really, really powerful, I think. We're lucky enough now that Google sees us as a trusted source, a trusted review site. So actually now, as long as you're getting reviews on your website, Google, let me just move this over here. Google is actually now scraping Kerfuffle, and as you can see down here, this is on Dataloft's page. You can see that they have got the wonderful 5-star rating in there, just under it actually at 4.9 with 56 reviews. And on the right hand side in the business section again, and this is what I was talking about. So, you know, they've got a quite healthy 12 reviews here, but down here we've got Kerfuffle with 56. So look, I'm not pretending we're trying to replace Google, not yet anyway, but this adds just so much more power to what you're doing. And of course, being able to see yourselves very prominently, very well positioned with those 5-star links, we hope will have obviously a nice effect on your SEO. So if you want to drop us a line on that, understand how that works, we're more than happy to look at doing that. And just to show how it looks on a couple of other sites, this is here again with Ackerboom. So this time they're actually above the fold. They've got 82, and it does seem to be showing that the more reviews you get, I suppose by definition, the more the higher you'll be on top of there. Another of our great partners, Integrated Interest, you can see they're actually right below their own main website there, and again with the Kerfuffle things in there. So really pleased that Google are taking us so seriously on that front there. Now, you may have seen in the advertising, leaderboards are coming. We're really pleased with this, and this has gone down particularly well with the focus groups we've been doing with the agents, and it is simply the ability to either view all you suppliers in a league table kind of format. But here's the key thing. Yes, we can look at the overall kind of top 10 or top 20 of suppliers overall. Mr. Brown just keeping inventory base there in second place. We're very impressive, Stephen. But what the key thing is, and how agents like to use it, is you can go in and actually segregate it, filter it via type. So you can go in and look at the top rated suppliers based in a departmental level. So what's the best sales package? What's the best ones for auctions? What's the best ones for property management? You can go into the further top categories, and you might go in and say, okay, show me the best tools that we've got on the platform for market appraisal, or in property marketing or prospecting. And then you can really get niche with this and go down to some of the really tight things that we are. So look at the league tables for agency review management or automated nurturing. Or in this case, what I'll just do is I'll highlight the competitive sector, obviously, of CRM. And this is what I was talking about here. So we can see here the Welsh Wizards up at the top there currently with 4.95 out of 5, 78 reviews. And of course, it's very, very easy to be able to go in and and obviously filter this information. Crucially as well, though, here, dead easy to share. So we're going to be obviously encouraging the agents to share this left, right and centre across all of their socials. You can do it too from here. Get your marketing teams involved with this. Have them looking at obviously where you're strong and sharing that out across Facebook, Twitter or LinkedIn, or obviously being able to email those out. So if you'd like any advice on how to leverage that, we're more than happy. But I think the crucial thing is, don't get left down at the bottom, of course. Get those reviews, get those happy clients giving their thoughts on you at the moment. So that's great. And on a similar bent, what we've actually got is we've got key industry influencers. So this is really just obviously, again, in a slightly different way, a list of all of those thought leaders within the industry from both the suppliers and the agents. So first things first, of course, if you consider yourself an influencer and you're not in the list, drop us a line back and we'll send you out the survey to fill in that starts the whole process off. Now, what we do often do as well is I often offer to interview the key influencers, and why this has got relevance to you. You might be thinking, hang on a minute, what's this got to do with me? Well, I think it has quite a lot, really, because obviously people are looking up to these thought leaders, these key influencers. And so if I was to, example, go down to somebody like, let's have a look at Vince Courtney. On that page, and indeed on all the interviews we do, of course, we talk to them about their, what's made them the person they are, what makes them different and everything else. But crucially, we always try to ask them as well who their favourite suppliers are. And it's amazing how readily they are to share that love for some of you guys out there. So in this case, we can see Vince is happy to say that Good Lord, Sprift, Moneypenny, Home Search and Leslie X Swan are all on his top list. And you'd have to think, of course, that would go down really, really well in terms of sharing that out to people, that Vince was is a key influencer and he's also a fan of yours. So again, I think that's really nice. More importantly, though, as well, if you can think of obviously clients in your client base who would be worthy of inclusion, please let us know. We'll happily give you a template to send out to them, and you can nominate them, and we'll obviously we'll put those in wherever we can do. So that's influencers. That's a critical thing here. The next thing is as well. We have got a widget, certainly for K-listers, which is our top level of subscription, of advertising package. Here we can see the great guys over at SMS Speedway. They've got a lovely widget down there that just reinforces everything that you're telling about the business with your 5-star reviews. We've got a whole host of different templates, so you can go, if you want to go, light touch as they have there, if you want to go larger, come and talk to us. As we said, it's free at the top level of sponsorship, so why would you not take advantage of that? If you can do, and we'll happily advise you on that side as well. And then finally, as well, looking at that from the testimonial side of things, to get those wonderful reviews in there. For some time now, we've been offering out, just as a bit of a pilot to some people, the ability for either me or the fantastic David Mintz to do an interview with some of your key clients. And what we'll do is just very simply jump on a call with them for 10-20 minutes and talk to them about how they find your experience. I think we do a pretty good job of that, hopefully coming from a third party. It carries a bit more weight. And then of course we always ask them at the end to score you as a business, so as long as they give us that 4 or 5 star rating, we'll happily put that up on the website as a 5-star review now. I'll show you just the start of one of these. This is one we did with the fantastic David Votter for PayProp. I'll just show you the start of it, but I'll send you some examples out afterwards. Hello there, and welcome to one of our Kerfuffle interviews, our deep dive reviews for some of our partners. And today I am delighted to have David Votter on from Votter Sales Analytics. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, Simon. Thank you for having me.
Always love you on. You're a regular. This is it. You like the norm out of cheers on our performance. So we're really pleased to have you on. Obviously, in fact, I think we had you on one of the panel shows before, and that's why I was really keen to talk to you again, because the way you were talking about PayProp, who we're looking at today, was really, it was really passionate. So hopefully that gives you just an idea. And as I said, we try to keep those really, really fresh, 10 to 20 minutes. And 10 to 20 minutes. And that really gets that across, I think. So as we said, normally we just ask you to go out to your clients and say, look, Simon's looking for people to talk to learn about our products, our service. Would you be up for having a quick conversation? We haven't figured out how many of these we're going to include at the different subscription levels yet. But for now, just take advantage of it until I get sick and tired of doing it. Have a chat with Sarah, obviously our fantastic key account manager, and book us in for time with your clients. So that's number 9, testimonial interviews. Now number 10, now this is definitely only a K-list benefit at the moment. Some of you will have heard of this before. So this is essentially Kerfuffle Campus, and this is our training platform. Essentially, the way we position it is our property version of Netflix. It's where we're taking best practice advice from some of the agency's best trainers, people like Julian O'Dell, Charlotte Campbell, gurus like Christopher Watkins on there in great numbers. We've got Stephen Brown on there. I mean, I'm missing them all out, but my key thing, I think you can probably guess, is my motto in life is more is better, not more is less. I don't believe that for a second. So we're just going to put on loads and loads of content on there from the best trainers, from thought leaders like yourselves on the supplier side, and we'd love to get content from yourself there as well. And also many of the agents are going on there giving their own thoughts as well, live from the coalface, as it were. Now, we've got a few different ways of working this. We can make this work complementary with the subscriptions you've got, and we can even build your own ring-fence versions of this at an extra cost, where you can choose exactly what content you have within Kerfuffle Campus, and indeed your own ability to upload or take off whatever you want to. But I think Richard Polferman's left it said really well on here. Excellent practical videos, which both our new starters and experienced staff have given very positive feedback on. What they particularly like is they're the right length, around 6 minutes, and have been shown at morning meetings and listened to in the car between appointments. Bite-sized knowledge gems which are totally relevant to the current market. Now, obviously, some of you will have done price increases in the current marketplace, or will be looking to. Either way, we're always up against it, obviously wanting to deliver extra value to our clients. This is a fantastic way we believe that you can say you guys are delivering on training and development for your client base. So again, please drop us a line on that if you want to. Now, the 11th, but the second element of this, of one of these extra benefits, as it were, is around churn defense. Now, churn defense is a little bit interesting, needs a little bit explaining, is that you're all very aware that we do, obviously we do public reviews up on the main website, and they are public. Obviously, people have to be willing to put their name and company behind it, but then whether they're saying something positive or something negative, they've gone out there. What many of you, I'm sure, aren't completely aware of is that we also do what we call supplier MOTs with agents. We do around about between 50 and 70 of those a month. And after that, they have the ability, the agents, to have their own dashboard built, which lists all their suppliers in. And our best practice is to go into that dashboard every quarter and to score the suppliers that they have on board in there on a net promoter score basis. Now, these are really, really honest ratings because, of course, they are anonymised. We will never, for example, say which particular agent is thinking about a particular supplier, but we do anonymise those, and that's what we use to help give people advice on. Now, what we've had a bit of an awakening of, you'll see here, this is one of the Net Promoter Score surveys we actually did with somebody, was in many cases it wasn't quite as wonderful as we were hoping it was. In this case, obviously the Net Promoter Score was in a tragic place. But one thing we've committed that we were going to always try and do, certainly for our K-list clients, is that we will watch your back. So if somebody has scored you in that 6 or below detractor territory, what we're going to do in the first instance is talk to that agent and say, oh, look, I'm really disturbed to see that you've obviously not thinking too much of this particular supplier. Do you mind me asking why and what the problem is there? And in almost all cases, they'll say, oh, yeah, more than happy to do, whether that's a problem with the software, problem with the service, price increase, whatever it is. And so we say, look, we really have a close relationship with most of these businesses and have a certain degree of sway. Would you mind if we just pick up the conversation with them? And again, in the vast majority of cases, they say that's absolutely fine. And we've been able to save hundreds of businesses who have been in a really bad place with their suppliers, actually mend that relationship over the course of last year. So we're going to weaponize that this year and make sure for those clients that want to do it for us, we will actually go back to all of those people that are scoring low there and do that actually as a churn defense service. And obviously, look, that's vitally important. We all know this. SaaS revenue is massively important, but the key thing is exactly the same to an investor for an existing client as it is for a new client in terms of the multiplier. So don't miss out on this opportunity there. As I said, we haven't really finalised the way we're going to charge for that, but for the moment we're going to test the water and run it with a few trials. So if you're interested, drop us a line back on that as well. And then that leads me then finally to the EA Masters voting. So this year, EA Masters, obviously the biggest show around, is doing all of the voting for the Supplier of the Year categories via our wonderful little platform. So as you can see at the top here, it's at kerfuffle.com/EA Masters. Certainly don't waste your time getting out there to your happy clients and asking them to vote, because you can only vote once. So if another supplier gets to that person before you, even though they might have voted for you as well, if they forgot to do it the first time round, they're not going to be able to vote for you. So go to it, vote for your current favourite supplier here, and it will simply just ask them to fill in literally just three simple fields, and then they can go on and vote for as many suppliers, including the overall Supplier of the Year. Wishing you all the very best of luck, obviously, on that front. And just on another point, if any of you suppliers haven't exhibited at EA Masters before, there still are some packages around, and we're offering our normal advisory service around which awards, which conferences are worth doing. So again, if you still haven't decided as we're coming into conference season, please drop us a line. So that's it. That's the Dirty Dozen. Hopefully you found that useful. One final thing though, your bonus, your one more, your Steve Jobs one more, is make sure, guys, you are taking advantage of all the webinar entitlement you've got. For rock stars, you get one a year. For K-listers, you get one a quarter. And I know just from looking at it the other day, many of you haven't taken advantage of that. This is a sticky market. It could be a more challenging market around there. This is not the time to drop off the radar, as it were. So if you're short of ideas, come back to us. There's loads of things we can do, from podcasts, panel shows, everything else. Talk to Sarah, talk to me, and we'll happily help you out. Anyway, would love to get feedback on any of these. Drop us a line and let us know, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Thanks very much.